Hello friends, welcome back to This is the Police. We've just finished day 24 and we've had Buck Yancey quit, which is a little bit disappointing. But to be honest, we had a fairly good couple of days. We solved a lot of cases and we got $15,000 from the commercial director who took Yancey. So, you know, definite swings and roundabouts. Yancey will eventually be replaceable. But until then, Shift B will be slightly short-handed, because Yancey was the number 2 cop on the shift. Not enough plots at the city cemetery. That's to do with the mortality rate rising. Park to host bake-off. Photographer films UFO in suburbs. Oh, who cares? You know, I think that is just one cutscene. I don't think it's a random thing. Bort Glasgow is tired. Can hardly walk straight. Can she go home? Yes, she can. Because she helped us out yesterday with a big investigation. So she fully deserves the day off today. And finally, Paul Cook is not asking for a day off. He's asked for the last 4 days off for various reasons. We'll get a bit of Chopin on the go. So it's day 25. We have $80,000. City Hall would like us to fire all old cops. Guess what? Unsolvable is an old cop. Guess what? We're not firing Unsolvable. He's a legend around here. Been working for us 25 days. He's a 21-3 record. There's an 87.5% success rate.
311A in progress.
What say we just request everything and see what sticks? There's a fight at Kevin's Throat Bar. A bar fight broke out after the bartender refused to serve 2 particularly drunk men. Dream Team, take Cook with you. Show him the road. Show him that you don't have to continually refuse to work. You can just be a good cop. Sands need help in the suburbs. We found the apartment of one of the leaders of Vargas punks. We're going to end this thing ourselves, but there's bound to be some gunplay. It would be good if the police took charge of the situation once the dust settles. Well, it's a ready-made Simpson Godbomber situation there. Quick check on the labour market, it's still the same. It would be very nice if we could get a couple of good cops in to replace Yancey and perhaps boost Shift B a little more. 2 large angry men are fighting in the corner of the bar. Watch and wait until they exhaust themselves. Use a taser on them. Try to separate them. Let's use a taser.
311A complete.
Yeah, ended it very quickly. No one hurt. It's a very stormy day in Freeburg today. Simpson and Godbomber are off to the suburbs to help out with the mafia sting. Sounds like quite a serious mafia issue. Mr. Boy, my catering company was preparing the 20th anniversary banquet for the Gallery of Modern Art, but the celebration was cancelled at the last moment. It would be unfortunate if such a mountain of food went to waste. I'm willing to offer it to you and your men for a modest fee. Don't you think your employees would love these delicious dishes? Yeah, sure. $300, it's not that much. Although morale doesn't really seem to be a thing in this game. Maybe it'll stop them constantly asking to not come in. Suicide threat at the cathedral. A young man climbed to the top of the cathedral and is threatening to jump. A crowd of onlookers is gathered under the cathedral. Some of them recognise the man and say they're sure he won't jump. He's just had some bad acid and wants some attention. Cook and Grant.
910B in
A
progress.
robbery at the Octopus restaurant. A young woman attempted to leave the Octopus restaurant without paying. The waitress tried to stop her, but the girl punched her in the head and knocked her unconscious. A guard tried to step in, but the girl disabled him with pepper spray. She then locked herself in the back room, where she can be heard beating something and shouting curses. We need old heads on this one. Stovall and Robbins. How's Robbins getting on, actually? 17 and 3. Pairing him up with Stovall's been an absolute godsend, but Linda Purdy, 17 and 1. Nordlander's undefeated since he came in, as is Godbomber. Shift A is definitely where the superstars hang out. And Paul Cook.
411.
So, report on the suicide threat. This isn't the first time that teenager Gordon Booker has drawn into the attention of the police with such a performance. He was never really planning on jumping. We should take him in for that. Wasting police time. Report on the robbery. Stovall and Robbins. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Yeah, Shift A is definitely the powerhouse. I wonder if it might be worth our while moving Stovall and Robbins over. Sort of taking a couple of the weaker cops from Shift B and then leaving Purdy and Grant in charge over here. Some of our men just ran into a bunch of punks on the street. We don't know if they're Vargas people, but it would be good to get a couple of uniforms on the scene, just in case things go south. Simpson and Godbomber, believing to think they actually work for the Mafia, not the police. Small drink, while nothing's happening. Noise complaint in the suburbs. Robert Wilson called to complain that his family can't get any sleep on account of the noisy neighbours. He says strange people are always coming and going, and they take deliveries at all hours. Mr. Wilson has tolerated it for a long time and done nothing about it, but his son snuck out before bedtime and peeked through the neighbour's window. They swear they saw boxes of machine guns. Wow. Kids have such imaginations, they can come up with anything. It might be best if you sent over an officer, maybe ask him to keep it down at night. This is the real dream team. Throwing Nordlander in with Stovall and Robbins. There's Dream Team and there's Dream Team Augment. That's throwing Nordlander in there with his little 7-0 record. So a full complement of police again. Situation is more serious than we thought, requesting reinforcements. Take everyone. If there's boxes of machine guns, I want backup. Unless we get something with a really short timer, we will get cops back. Report on the homicide, 3 more frames. Okay, that looks useful. Yeah. Right, we'll just drag everything else back for now. Okay, this is more like it. So this will be Andre pleading for money. That will be Miss Kayla saying no. That'll be is that him re-entering or? That's definitely him leaving. But there's a shadow in the background, so she's still alive at this point. God, this is hard to tell. The examiner said it happened from behind her. That's not behind her. I don't think it was Andre. Almost all of her frames have Andre. I don't think that's him.
213 complete.
One's dead. We did it. Look, found automatic weapon. Don't mind if I do. So, ending the day on a high, with a very good case. Sam's now 11 ahead. I don't know if it's possible to lose from here. Well, I don't know how long it goes on for, to be fair, so. Beasley and Moser, both tired. Could do with a rest day, I think. Maybe they'll ask for it. Glasgow did today, so. How is Shift B looking? Do have 8 cops on it. Jorgensen, who I'd sort of forgotten about, is of course back in. Day 26. Confectionery reduces staff. Schoolgirl struck dead by lightning. Legendary actor Paul Spigot giving masterclass in Freeburg. Definitely the artsy paper, isn't it? Although the other two have gone on about the corn monument. And that one hasn't at all. Tsubaki wants the day off. Her band is playing a charity concert for some sick children. I feel like you could have scheduled this around your work. You do get every other day off. But I'm feeling benevolent today, so you can have it. We're down 2 cops now, of course, in Shift B, with Yancey and Tsubaki gone. But we'll make that work. We've got Sven Jorgensen. Federal law prohibits public gatherings close to municipal buildings. The Blacks are planning a protest today in front of City Hall. This is a direct threat to the life of Mayor Rogers. Eliminate this threat by any means necessary. No. It's not a direct threat to the life of Mayor Rogers. You're just being fucking racist. Get a 13.20 salary. We let City Hall down. We can hire a detective, that's good. Oh wow. Chankit Pongdana. Chankit Pongdana, new leader of Shift B. No one else is really worth having at the moment. My Wuggles, what a great name. But you don't want to hear about my Wuggles. Hey! Did get a raise from City Hall. This is the black protest, okay. About 100 black people have surrounded City Hall chanting, "We want attention." We have to send 4 officers, SWAT team, and the paddy wagon. You can click. You don't have to drag. Okay. That's very good to know. Jack, Mayor Rogers is misinterpreting the law in his favour. In fact, federal law allows public events near municipal buildings, including the mayor's office, provided the event is peaceful. We'd better cover our asses. We could plant evidence against Michael Shaw. That's Michael Shaw, our cop. We could plant some unpleasantness in some officers' safe, say, a diary featuring segregationist ramblings and other extremist literature. We can even say he tried distributing White Camellia publications to his colleagues. Or evidence against Christopher Sand. We can tamper with the answering machine at Jack's home, adding a message from the Mafia, forcing the police chief to order racist attacks against protesters, under threats against Jack's family. They both cost $21,000. You know what? No. We're just not going to use any force. Oh, SWAT upgrade. We'll go efficiency this time. And we get a new officer slot. Not that we really need it, we have 5 slots. Well, 4 slots now. We can share some money with the staff, why not? So if we're only having 3 cops, we're actually okay here. Domestic problem, suburb. A call just came in from an elderly woman named Sarah Wilkinson. She's concerned about a baby crying and other shouts coming from her neighbour's house. She's always known the child to be quiet and well behaved. Osaki, take Kemp. Go forth, check it out. It may well be nothing, that's... Suppress the protest by force. No, we don't want to do that. We've pissed off City Hall again. Mass riot at the Moonlight Soccer Stadium. Oh god, we better wait for people to get back before we answer that one. Oh god, the domestic problem in the suburbs is more serious than they thought as well. Right, Vandal, you're gonna have to go that one alone. A massive fight at the stadium. Oh, there's no way we're going to get people back in time. We have to send our 4 least experienced police officers. Admittedly, with the SWAT team and a paddy wagon. But still, that's not much for... That is the first time I've ever seen the option to send 10 cops. I'm gonna pause for a minute. This is worrying. Okay. I'm hoping that the recording is actually working. I think there may have been some drop frames there, but okay, smoke bombs have gone off throughout the stadium and people are beating each other mercilessly. Fire into the air to scare the assailants, hit them with tear gas, rush into the crowd armed with tasers. Tear gas is definitely the way to go here. Apparently we caught an offender. Well, that worked. We managed to get away with that one, I think. Ozaki, Kemp and Vandal at the domestic problem, they got away with that one too. Carjacking in the city centre. We have no cops at the moment, so we're going to wait for people to get back. It's going to be Vandal, Kemp and Ozaki. A woman called to report a carjacking. I was driving to work, stopped at a red light, and a man ran up to the car and pulled me right through the open window. Hurry, there's traffic jams everywhere. You couldn't have gotten far. Again, we'll go with... Well, we'll send all 3 of them this time. Vandal did tag along eventually last time, so we'll just send them all. It's in the city centre, it's not far away. Report on the carjacking. Yep, we caught him. Anyone hurt? No. Sands need help at the Bank of Freeburg. Some more idiots are at our bank again, trying to withdraw money from our accounts. This time we tried kicking them out, and they started breaking furniture and lighting paperwork on fire. Apparently the fools think this is going to hurt our business. Gabilius, Shaw. You two can go. We'll leave Murata and Jorgensen for sort of smaller crimes that they can just head out to themselves.
211 in progress.
Vandalism in the suburbs. This sounds like a Murata Jorgensen. Retiree Samantha Rendon was looking out her window when she saw two young girls break the window of a nearby house, then paint the words traitor and cunt on the wall. Wow. Dropping the C-bombs. Murata, Jorgensen, go see who these cunt smearers are. We have a message from the mayor himself. He's not going to be happy. We don't care. The Sands need help in the ghetto. The punks have a new lieutenant, and to make himself look good for Varga, he kidnapped the daughter of a senior member of her family. We've learned the address of the house where she was being taken, we've sent some people out, but we don't know what we're going to find there. It's the perfect situation for police backup. It's the perfect situation for Kempshaw. I will remember that I can just click, eventually.
211 complete.
Report on the vandalism. Murata and Jorgensen. No one's writing cunt on a wall and getting away with it around here. Where's Stovall when you need him? I know he's on shift 8, but he is the delinquency deterrent. No new frames found in the homicide. Maybe we've got everything we need. Presumably that's the last one we can get. That's fine. I get the feeling it's gonna be something like this. Okay, so Andre rings the doorbell. Heads through into the kitchen. Oh, he's gonna need to take that, the sort of meat tenderizer from her. She's still got it there. She's still got it there. I feel like we do have the frames, actually, but I can't work out That makes sense to me, but it doesn't seem to work. We're closing it up. We may get more frames. That might have just been bad luck not getting any more. Day 26, heading to a close. Start ending the video here, I guess. Let's end the day. And that's going to be the end of this episode. If you could all like and subscribe and do all the good stuff, that'd be fantastic. Shift A for tomorrow. Looking good. Nothing wrong with that. A little bit of tiredness creeping in the detectives, but they're okay. So yeah. Thanks for watching, friends. I hope the recording's gone well. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.